Welcome. What? My bracelet broke. Okay, welcome back, Screamers, to another episode of Scream Kings.
What are you doing here? Okay. Sorry. Continue.
Get him in control. Get him under control.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
Damn it, Charles.
I know this is his episode, but he's out of here right now. So yeah.
Jesus, Chuck, just let us bring you out. Welcome back, Screamers, to another episode of Scream Kings. And if you didn't know by now, tonight's episode is about Chucky. So tap into that inner child and think about that moment when you play with all your fun toys as we dive into Child's Play. My name is TaMon Kane, and I am here with my favorite people in the world, my fellow kings, Bobby, Mark, and Michael. Hey.
What up?
And we have a very, very special guest to us. He's not a stranger to the horror world, horror content creator. I call him the Oprah Winfrey of horror, Brother Evo. Brother Evo.
Yes. Thank you for the introduction. That was a beautiful introduction.
I do what I can.
Yes.
So you're hanging out with us tonight, and so Screamers behave. But we know how this works. On Scream Kings tonight, we have a drinking game. Tonight's word is Chucky.
Yeah.
So you know what to do when you hear the word Chucky. Take your drink and take a sip. And whatever else you're doing, enjoy that as well. So let's have a cheers.
Clink, clink, clink,
Cheers. Clink.
You okay?
That is some very strong tequila.
That is.
That is a very strong.
Yeah, it's up there.
He chasing
that worm. It's that worm.
Yo.
So tonight with our guests, this season we're doing something really fun called the Hell Seat. And we normally ask our guests a couple of questions on the spot, random, really quickly, to get their first thought responses. Tonight, Evo, you are going to be under some extreme conditions because you have tons of questions coming at you, but you'll be fine. You can handle it. You are everything, so it'll be fine. So let's just get this going. What are some of everyone's favorite toys growing up?
So
you
I'll
ask somebody
go.
directly. Okay.
I had a lot of toys growing up. My favorite in particular were the Transformers Beast Wars. I used to love those. I didn't really care for the regular Transformers with the cars and shit, but once it became the animals and stuff with the cheetah, the gorilla, the T-Rex and all that, because they had this awesome show they used to come on every morning, and I was a fan of that. So I used to have my grandmother go out and buy me a new fucking Beast War every time. And I just had a whole collection of them. It was so dope. So those were one of my favorite ones. And then I don't know, a lot of shit from the 90s, Goosebumps shit, Gigapets, all those type of stuff. Yeah. I was a huge fan of Gigapets. Mighty Max.
Is that the one on the keychain?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's like a Tamagotchi, but
Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
Mm.
But Gigapets was like, you got, instead of the little aliens, there were actual pets like cats, dogs, birds, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, I hate one of those too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tyrone, what is your childhood toy?
Childhood toy probably have to be Aladdin. I had an Aladdin action figure. I would fling him around, especially like as a kid in the kitchen when I wasn't supposed to. I remember I accidentally tossed his ass in the air. He landed in the corn pudding. you know. So
Oh shit.
almost got an ass whooping. Well, I'm
I was
probably
like, what
surprised
happened
they
to
get an
you?
ass
What
whooping,
happened?
you know. But my grandma, you know, ruined the corn pudding with a Latin in there. She was like, they can't eat this shit now.
What about you, Mark? What is your childhood toy?
Well, these are two of my toys that survived my childhood. As you can see, this is Selena Kyle's Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman.
Yes.
With
Mhm.
the, I don't have a whip, but she can.
Where's the whip?
The whip is long gone, but she had a whip action. There was an arm that can whip action with the whip. You know, this is the first toy I ever bought myself, and I just broke her whip action. No, but anyway,
Oh,
She's falling
Catwoman.
apart.
Let's see, Catwoman. You know, this was my first toy I ever bought for myself, and y'all know I had to get Ellen Ripley from Aliens.
Yes.
Oh.
So I had her. These were my favorites. Of course, I had a lot of Batman, Ninja Turtles, Jurassic
Mhm.
Park.
mm-hmm.
I was that guy that always went after the big summer blockbuster movie action figures and stuff like that. I even had Toxic Crusader and a couple of Police Academy and Ghostbusters. You know, I had a few Ghostbusters
Oh
and
yes.
stuff. Never had a full set of something though, you know. But yeah, these are the ones that survive. I got a few more that survive, but these were the ones that I made sure nobody got their hands on when I went off to college and whatnot. Like y'all ain't taking these at my damn house.
Mark,
So-
you just trigger a memory. So remember on Batman when Batman Returns came out, was it Burger King or McDonald's? I have a feeling it's Burger King. They had like the little toys.
That was
And
McDonald's.
that was McDonald's. Okay. And I remember Catwoman had her own little car.
Purple
So
car
they
with the
Yeah.
cat in the front of it. I had this
Yeah.
shit too. Yes. Yes. I was a Catwoman
Even-
fan.
Same.
Yeah. And you, King Michael?
So initially I was gonna say Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers because I did have those, but I would break them. So, and I also had very extensive storylines, so I needed more characters. So I just started playing with crayons and markers.
Oh.
And so those would be the little characters and people I'd be flinging. Shut up, Tim. So like if I was doing X-Men, the Peach would be Jean Grey, Rogue would be like lime or orange, Storm was purple. Like
No, I like that because you
Yeah.
had to when you make how do you put it?
It's a kid's
Imagination.
imagination.
You
Imagination.
Resourceful.
Resource.
Resourceful.
yes.
Mhm.
Ingenuity.
I love that.
It was
Yeah.
fun. I got
Hell.
caught doing that on the bus
Hell,
too,
I-
and I stopped doing that in front of people.
Oh, the couch was the
Oh.
bat cave, the turtle
See.
sewer,
Oh,
all of
yes.
this stuff, you know.
I was really huge into collecting comic books, cars, and Marvel and DC figurines. And so I had all these. One Christmas, I had all these figurines, and I was really happy. And my mom said, "I have something for you." Now, those who know me know that I have a huge obsession with Jean Grey. And so I really wanted this toy, and she pulled it out, and I boohooed for probably like 30 minutes. And
That's what you're supposed to do.
I don't have the original, but this is what it actually was. I cried so hard over this action figure; it was just absolutely ridiculous, and I still may cry over it. So then I bought a new version of it, the Dark Phoenix, that came out. Oh God,
Was it early this year?
Yeah, it was earlier this year. There we go. How you do it? Like that, yeah, earlier this year. So Jean Grey, the Phoenix, and then I have this toy actually from my childhood. I don't know who this is, so if you remember who this guy is in the comments, let me know. He has a little something back here.
Put
I
him
don't
up
know,
to the screen.
Come over a little bit.
Is it like
He looked like a big bag Beetleborg. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He looked like
Okay, well, this big bad Beetleborg guy, I don't remember playing with him too much, but I'm sure he was a bad guy. And I used to have extensive storylines too. And then my second one was my X-Jet.
Yes. I remember that commercial.
You know they got him in stores again, right?
I do know that. It's not as big as the original. And I remember I got so upset because I took the sticker and put it on the wrong spot, and I was so upset I didn't want it anymore. Because you had stickers to show like the computer screen and some other stuff. I was so disappointed with myself.
TaMon.
Yeah,
Oh.
my ex-jet.
I-
I'm sorry. Just so many memories. So Mark, if your favorite toy, Bobby, no. If your favorite toy turned evil, how did it turn evil, and what was the motive?
Well, I don't think any of my action figures would turn evil. I did have a Teddy Ruxpin though. I feel like the Teddy Ruxpin would probably turn evil after somebody might put a curse cassette in him to start him talking.
I like that.
And then the damn curse tape would sit there and like, possess the Teddy Ruxpin. And then once you go back and see like, hey, boo boo, take that tape out that damn Teddy Ruxpin. He ain't got a tape in it, Mom. I said take that tape out that Teddy Ruxpin. She go pull it up with the tape ain't in there. He was like, "Grr." I think my mom would have probably chunked him out the house then. So that's
Oh,
what it
that reminds me of when Andy's mom realized that Chucky.
Iconic moment.
Chucky.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
When Chucky didn't have any batteries, she was so gagged. She was gagged.
We all were be.
Oh my God. Oh
You're
my
me.
God.
But yeah, Mark, that story, I actually had I told the story a bunch of times. I don't feel like going through it again. But I told it on a couple of podcasts. But my sister had like this talking Bubba bear. It was sleep time Bubba, whatever. So he had like a little flashlight. He was like, "Hey, who turned on my flashlight?" And had all these crazy like quotes and shit coming out of him. Long story short, he used to just be talking in the middle of the night. My sister would come in my room and sleep in there because he would just be talking. Later on, we found out that it was no batteries in it, and he was talking. So to this day, my mom says she has nothing to do with it. And I kind of believe her because my mom don't play like that, but it's just a mystery to this day. So, and he would talk often, like often.
What would he be saying?
No, it would just be him. Like he don't be saying off the wall shit. Like he be saying his quotes and stuff. But why the fuck are you talking and you don't have any batteries? So it was literally a child's play situation. Just and we thought that it was batteries in him. It was just dying because you know how sometimes when batteries are about to go, sometimes things malfunction a little bit or whatever. So we thought that was the case. So I'll be like, Imani, it's okay, like whatever. And then one day we just went and checked and there was no batteries in there. We was like, well, how the fuck he was talking last night and there was nothing in there. So it's a mystery to this day.
We need to solve that mystery. Where is the toy?
That was maybe 20 something years ago. So but I just think it has something to do, like, because my grandmother, she told the story a few months ago. Well, I was about to say a few months ago, a few years ago, sorry. And pretty much she was saying that she had a friend that would practice black magic. And my mom ended up getting sick and it was supposed to be directed towards my grandmother, but it ended up hitting my mom, allegedly. So I have a connection. I think it's something to do with the bear. And I think the bear has something to do with that situation because of the whole thing that my grandmother was going through with that crazy woman. Because that was really bizarre. And it happened around that time as well. So yeah, it's a whole story. I'm trying to shorten it, so it's not making much sense right now because I'm trying to shorten it. But there's more.
It sounds really weird. So
no, yeah, it's crazy, but that's another story for a different day.
I guess that's what toy would you pick to
for me
turn evil, and what's your motive?
I mean, again, besides that, I mean, if my Beast Wars was to come and whip my ass, it'll be like a small soldier situation. I'll get jumped, yanked, tied up. So I mean, it'll be fun though.
It will be fun.
It'll be fun. I'll kick your ass. Why not?
They're not like the little toys from
Puppet Master.
no,
No,
not
they're smaller.
those. The Tales from the Hood,
Oh, those little dolls. Oh
the
no,
little dolls,
The reparation
No.
dolls.
the reparation. Oh,
What's it, the
God.
reparation
yeah.
dolls?
So
Mm-mm.
when I was a kid, I had dogs. I was obsessed with Buffy, and so my dogs' name were Buffy, Fluffy, and Xander. And I came home from school one day, and the pet people were in my front yard taking my dogs away from me. And so then I was so sad that whole day. The next day, my mom bought me an electric dog. I remember those silver dogs, and they can walk and they can bark.
Mhm.
And I was fine after that. But that's the animal. That's the animal that I mean, the toy that I would pick to turn evil. And the motive was I probably was doing a spell or something and brought it to life by accident.
Damn.
Because I used to practice that hocus pocus spell. You know how they wake up Billy. I used to do that one all the time growing up. So I'm sure I would have had something to do with it.
On brand.
On brand. Yeah. What about you, Ty? What about you? What about your toy?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna preface this with I'm high as shit right now. But the toy would be my T-Rex. I actually had a funeral for it, you know, when it got rips on the side. So I had all my Spider-Mans, my Carnages, my Aladdin, my Tommy, you know, the Power Rangers and shit. Like I had all the motherfuckers lined up to pay respects to my dog. So get the funeral popping, but I think what would be his motive would be the motherfuckers who didn't attend the funeral because it was more than a few of you niggas. So that's
Love to see it.
That's a great motive.
Yes.
Insidious should have used that one. That's a really good that's a really good motive. Mike.
Well, if it's it'll probably be all of them. So it'd be the Ninja Turtles, the Power Rangers, and the crayons, because I was always breaking them while playing. And then they would probably like hold me down. The turtles will hold me down because they had muscles, so they're strong. And then the crayons are probably writing like my insecurities on my body while the Power Rangers are beating my ass. And so, something like that.
That's on brand too.
I love that. Not you tied up in your tidy whities to the bed, your Spider-Man underwear, and they write you in crayon. I love that.
I used to hate people who used to damage their toys though, so I would be all for that damn revenge. I'm sorry. Go ahead, TaMon.
It wasn't
Oh, you tried.
intentional.
Kids break things. Everyone knows that. We've seen Toy Story. Wait,
Yeah.
I didn't break my toys.
I didn't either. But
Oh, well,
it's
then
just-
you wasn't really playing.
Yeah, because sometimes
I
you
was
do it by
playing.
accident, but you be playing rough with them a little bit. An arm might come off, maybe a head.
Oh, I
Like when
would
you
I
making
would
them
lose my
fight?
shit if that happened. I would lose
Me
it
too.
every year.
Me too. I
I
would
would
act a
lose it.
plum ass fool. My mom and
Mhm.
dad got tired of me. They're like, you be asking for unnecessary ass whoop.
Fix it.
They be like, that motherfucker is broke. Oh well. Move on.
And that's when you get some crayons and markers and problem solve.
I said if you
Gene.
I pulled out super glue. That's what I pulled out.
My people
I
were
basically-
realistic. They were not doing that thing.
I mean, we laugh, but that's some real shit. Because like I remember as a kid, you get a roll of tape, especially a roll of clear tape.
Mhm.
That motherfucker could be a car, a plane,
Yep. See.
you know, a ball.
Oh man.
Only toy I ever broke on purpose.
Yeah.
The only toy I broke on purpose was on Christmas Day, and it wasn't on purpose. Rather, it was more I was trying to throw it to my sister so she can catch it. I got the MC Hammer doll that could do the little you know that. And my sister asked to pick it up, so I threw it at her to grab it, and she dropped it, and its leg broke off. That was the only time that I ever broke something. But any other time a toy broke, I would have a big conniption fit and would be like sad for a couple of days, and I'd go find some super glue and repair them until it fell off again.
Do y'all remember harassing y'all parents? You don't remember that?
Say what?
They had the little silk pants.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that. I didn't know he had his own toy.
Yeah, he had a
He's
dog.
everything.
Wow.
He had a purple jumpsuit outfit he usually had. It was purple, it was
did.
shimmery.
Okay.
And
That was marketed
yeah.
towards kids.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it was like the size of a Ken doll, right?
Yeah, it was a kid
Uh-huh.
size dog.
Listen, I was just listening to one of his songs, "Pumps in the Bump."
This was pre Pumps in the Bump. This is when he started showing his ass out. You know,
You like the girls with the bumps in the bump.
Oh shit!
Here it is, right here. It's on Amazon for $89.
Buy it.
Wow.
You deserve.
Yes.
You deserve.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Down. That's right. That's right. That's a good
Wow.
outfit too. Is that a sequence top? Yes, MC Hammer.
Yes.
I
Yes.
look like Little Nas X.
Oh, you tried
You
it.
might can sit there and modify him to be a Little Nas X doll.
Who would want to do
I'm over
that?
this.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, nobody our age.
No.
You'd be
I'm just saying.
surprised.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
Okay.
Do y'all remember harassing y'all parents, or maybe it was just me? You know how McDonald's had the toys that came out, and you know it was like weekly or bi-weekly. They would give new ones. We have to pull up and make sure they have those toys, and if they didn't, I don't want it. We have to come back until they have it. I remember asking, when will this toy be in? I remember asking in the drive-thru, rolling my back window down. When will it be in?
I remember
It
going
was
to McDonald's.
before the Power Rangers. It was because I was waiting on the pink one to come out. Because Kimberly's the only one that matters.
Yes.
I was waiting on the pink. She was like the last one released.
Yeah.
First of all, that's a lie. Trini was
because those was dope.
No comment.
Those were like very hot commodities because they were bendable. You can move their arms. They had vehicles, so everybody was trying to get those.
Yes.
I was a little bit too old for them because my parents told me I'm not buying nobody over the age of 10 a fucking Happy Meal. So I had to get my shit through my sister.
You're still a kid.
Buy them separately. You could buy them separately.
My parents didn't play this shit. They tried to cancel my birthday party, my 10th birthday party, because my aunt brought some toys for me. They were like, "We're not buying you any toys for your 10th birthday party." And my aunt came over with like a Princess Mitsu figure from Ninja Turtles 3, and then she bought other things. And my mom was pissed. And my aunt told my mom that you're gonna wish today that boy was still 10 years old because he's growing up so fast. So they cooled down a little bit, but they said they weren't gonna buy no more toys. So that's when I got yeah. So I was
Turtles
like,
3, is that when they went back in time?
yes.
Yeah.
I had the April O'Neil with the skirt because I wanted.
That's the one I wanted, TaMon.
Yeah, I had that one in shortcut. Do I still have it? No, I remember I'm mad because you couldn't detach it because it was long at first, and then she pulled it into that mini skirt. I wish.
Yeah.
That's my least watched one though. I always watch the first two. The third one,
I love the third one. I love the third one too. I have the NECA versions coming to me because I bought it for Comic-Con. They're coming to me next week, so I cannot.
Is April included?
No, hopefully they do bring an April O'Neil figure out for that. One of the main things I liked about the movie was the actual time scepter.
That's what came with April.
Yeah, it came with all of them because Princess Mitsu came with one. And hell, I could sit there and say that would be a toy if it turned evil. I was like, yo, take my ass back in time. But I'm thinking myself, like, would you want to go back in time and get killed for being a black boy?
Yeah,
it depends on how far you're trying to go back. Yeah.
Well, it could be next last week, honestly. But
facts.
My parents were not letting me, like, whatever I got when we went to McDonald's. Now I did get caught stealing a Captain Planet toy when we went to the mall, but I didn't even get to get the one I wanted because like people were watching me. So I stole the villain, the blonde haired chick. So I stole her and I was playing in the back of the car, and my mother was like, "Where the fuck did you get it?"
I found it underneath the seat.
Yeah, that literally goes against everything Captain Planet would stand for, man.
Exactly. He should have came out of nowhere like, "Hey, you weren't supposed to steal that."
I mean, she wasn't buying it, so I thought at the time, okay, well,
I'm gonna get it myself.
That's Captain America. The blonde villain in the purple?
Yes, that's the toy I stole.
I liked her the most. This is April O'Neil from the first movie.
I got her. Yes.
She looks like the woman from Demons in the movie theater.
She does. With the big hair.
Tyrone, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm loving the conversation. It's flowing. I'm feeling good as shit right now. But to bounce off of what y'all was talking about earlier, I feel y'all on parents hating and shit when it comes to these black boys playing with action figures. Because I remember I was 10 too. My parents would be like, "Yo, your friends coming over, jump on the game. Why you on that why you over there playing with action figures and shit?" And then 12, it was 12 years old. I went to Toys R Us for my birthday, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I want this. I want the Spider-Man car." My mom was like, "You know what? I see that I just bought you the Spider-Man car, but I'm gonna return that shit, and I'm gonna get you a Walkman because your ass is too grown to be playing with action figures."
No, oh my God.
And then I internalized that shit.
Yes.
It's funny though, because like I went to Sam Goody at the time. I wanted the Will Smith CD. My mom was like, "Nah, that shit is weak. Get Ja Rule." And I'm like, "Nah,
Your
I ain't
mom.
getting Ja Rule. Let me get this Eminem."
Nah, that shit is weak. Let me get you some real shit.
So to say that is I internalized that shit. So until recently, when I'm buddies with Mark and this motherfucker is showing his whole collection, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have kept it up. But I'm gonna start it back up again though.
Yeah, only thing I think that's part of the reason why my toy collecting friends. And this is about a toy, toy subject. So all my toy collector friends, one of the things they say is that they just recapturing the youth that they wanted to have, but got taken away from them so quickly because they was rushed to grow up. And so they're very, if their kids want something, they give it to them. They don't like everything they want. They just sit there and be like, "Oh, he wants this. I'm gonna try to get this for him," and stuff like that. And it's a bonding thing for them and their kids. They bond over toys and like having an imagination and being able to, explore that and probably make something out of it, because we tend to stunt creative growth in our youth. You know what I'm saying? We try to set them up to just go do something like a real trade or something like that, and we don't have the opportunities to we don't encourage them enough to go and just be creative. So my nieces, I try to encourage them to be creative, but some of the kids today, they want and a PS5, they want a Nintendo Switch, they want something like that, which is fine. But my niece though, she told me that because she likes gaming so much, she wants to do Twitch. She wants to be able to like do. I said, well, that's fine. You're doing something creative. It's still within the creative field. For her to try to do something instead of like you go to school, go find a trade, go work in the office or work in a factory somewhere, and you'll be fine. I did my job. So I think that's a problem that a lot of people have. Especially us black men. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah. I think they try to get us situated like, okay, you about to be a grown adult soon. You're going to either be going to school or you're going to help me with these bills or both. So you better get out of that childish shit and be ready for the world real quick.
I know with my people, they were like, it's time to do sports. Let's go. Let's do it. It's time to do all the sports and all type of stuff. I mean, I did all the creative stuff too, but like, Mark, you said something about how our age bracket is like sort of giving all their kids all the stuff that they didn't have. I think I would be the opposite, because I like in Megan, the aunt, how she was with the girl with those at her toys. That's how I would be. It's actually not a ball. You don't roll it. It does something else, but sure, whatever. That's exactly how I would be. Sure.
I'm like that now. When people like when I have like cousins and stuff, when they come over here, I'm like, don't touch that. You might think it's a toy, but don't do it. I had this Dragon Ball and it's on the stand, and they took it and started rolling it. I said, oh hell no! Give me my fucking Dragon Ball. And they were just like, oh, but it's a toy. I said, it's not a fucking toy. Don't play with me.
That's when I went to fight the
Also, they
therapist.
didn't watch Dragon Ball Z.
Well, no, that I'm with y'all all on that. Like these bad boys right here, this right here, these are not.
Uncle, what's this? Uncle, what's this?
This Yoda cocked to the side staring at us.
It's crazy.
No, I'm just saying these are not toys. These are relics. You know what I'm saying? These are statues in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? You're not touching anything that costs over $10. You know what I'm saying? So my nieces, they come over here, they know they don't like horror, so they don't want to touch Pennywise. They don't want to touch Freddy Krueger. They don't want to touch even Storm or Jean Grey. They want to know where the dolls are at. And I'm like, I don't have dolls that y'all play with. I have models. I have models. Y'all don't play with this. This costs $30. You're not gonna play with this. So
Uncle, what's that?
no.
Who is that?
Mark, you literally have like a magic bag that's next to you. You literally everything that we said, you just pulling the fuck out.
Can I say that I appreciate the hell out of y'all in this, because like I've never been in the vicinity with so many people that just get this. That it's just a thing. You know, I've never been in a circle like this. So I really appreciate this.
We are family.
Yes, God.
Like a giant tree.
Tyrone, what's the temperature like there?
Was it 90, 95? Yes, hot as hell.
In Philly?
Well,
No, or in your house.
Shit, you know what? I ain't
It
been
was
out
83
since.
degrees today. It was a lot better today.
Oh, okay, shit. Well, yeah, the past couple
Tyrone,
days.
it's about to get a lot hotter because you're about to go into the hell seat.
What?
Welcome to the hell seat, Tyrone. Mark and I, we're going to be tag teaming. We're going to be throwing 5 questions at you, horror-related questions.
Okay.
You'll be fine. You'll be good. It's nothing. It's not like trivia and shit. So you're going to be good. Mark, you want to go first? Because I have to find mine.
Okay. Okay. Well, Tyrone, you know, I've probably asked you these before though, but just for the new audience, I'm gonna ask them again. What was your first horror movie experience that made you deeply love the genre?
Ooh, the original Evil Dead. Definitely.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It was up there. It made an impact. Scared the shit out of me, especially that car scene, you know, where it's like Ace of Spades, you know, just crazy, scared the shit out of me, you know. So that's why I hold it up such to a high standard. Evil Dead Rise sucks. Yeah.
First, let me just quickly say, I'm always cracking up when somebody brings up Evil Dead Rise. I'm just waiting for you to react to it. Every time somebody bring it up. All right, here we go. So how much, let me learn how to speak. How much would someone have to pay for you to document an entire night at the haunted Gonjiam Asylum?
Ooh, Gonjiam. Damn. Honestly, you know, you could pay me about 7 million. About 7 million, I'd do it.
Oh, you expensive. Okay.
7 million.
He gotta live to pay that money. He gotta be alive
to
spend that money.
I mean,
you know what I'm
that's true.
saying? So okay. What is your fave modern slasher horror icon? I'm talking like within the last 10 years. You know, nobody from the 80s or the classic Universal. I'm talking about the people that are just out here doing their thing now.
Ooh, out here doing their thing now. I think Art the Clown, you know, from Terrifier. Like, I think he's an icon in his own right, you know, and it's something very unsettling about that motherfucker's teeth. You know, every time he comes on camera, it's just like, I'm like, what are you chewing on? Is it right? Like,
Oh shit. Okay, good answer.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Art the Clown is definitely up there, leading the pack right now. All right, question 2. If given the opportunity to recreate any horror villain's background and make it canon, who would you choose and why?
Ooh, horror villains background. Hmm. I think I would change Jigsaw's background, and I would make him I pretty much would like turn it into like a bullying story, and I would bring it wouldn't be about adults. It would be like it would all be taking place in like a camp, and it's all kids, and it's like this crazy kid
Yes.
like torturing motherfuckers. Yeah, you know.
I like that. Y'all might need to edit that out because we don't need nobody stealing that.
Because they will do it, Mike. They will do it. Okay. What was the moment that made you want to become a Black horror content creator?
Ooh, the moment. You know what it was? It was seeing Xena, the real queen of horror, do her thing. I'd always followed a bunch of like horror YouTubers, but when I saw her, I was like, oh wow, this is so fun. And it's the topic that I love, and it's Black. So, maybe I could get up there and drop a little something.
Yes. And you have sure as fuck done that, like for real, for real. I always like to hear the backstories of everybody who comes into this, world of horror content creators, especially us Black people, because I like to see where people came from, how they just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna throw my head in the ring. So great.
Yes. Thank y'all.
Right. Let's see. Number 3. All right. So you're a demon wrangler, and it is your job to unleash the demons upon the world. Do you choose to read from the Necronomicon, force someone to wear the mask from demons, or do a post-life seance at a Beyonce concert?
I'm going to read straight from the motherfucking Necronomicon because that's the only way, baby. That's the only way. If we going to do it, we going to do it right, God damn it.
All right. You want the demented demons running around.
Yes.
I like it. I like it.
Yes.
You all right, Mark? You on mute.
My shit's cricket right now, y'all. Excuse me, but because I'm getting there. Anyway, this might come up again later in the episode because of the topic, though. But I want to know what's your favorite Chucky line. And we said Chucky, so we got a drink.
Ooh, Chucky line. If I don't get out of this fucking body, I'm gonna be screwed.
Okay, that was good. You sounded like the motherfucker too. Okay, that was good. Okay, damn. Okay, cool.
Oh, that was your question, Mark?
Yeah, that's my question.
Oh, I thought you were just asking him to ask.
I was asked though.
All right. Okay. All right. So you are transported into a horror video game that you must complete in order to return to the real world. Which game do you choose?
Ooh, I'm gonna choose something that I'm not gonna get sliced and diced with. So I'm gonna choose Alan Wake because I'm just shining flashlights on motherfuckers. It's more psychological.
Good answer.
Cool. Good answer.
Loophole. I should have specified that. Next time.
This is my final question I got for you. What's your ideal Halloween costume and fantasy or experience?
Ooh, ideal Halloween costume would probably be Jack Skellington.
Okay.
Jack
Yes.
Skellington. Yeah, that would be like and I would have to have like the prosthetics and everything on as well. That would be like my ideal.
You're also gonna have to sing the songs, just to let you know that.
Oh yeah. What is it? Here comes Jack, he's king of the pumpkin patch. Fly with the moon in the dead of night. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween. In this town we call home, everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
Perfect.
In this town, don't we love it now? Everybody's waiting for the next surprise. Yeah. This
Give him the role.
Give him the role. Live action.
Yeah.
All right. My last question. It is your job to create a new town in From, which is a TV show that y'all need to check out on MGM Plus.
Yes.
What obstacles would you create for the townspeople to keep them in danger?
Ooh, I think I would have it rain glass in the
Ooh.
middle of the day. Not at the end, not at the beginning, but in the middle of the day. Just so motherfuckers, just to keep them on their toes, just to keep them on their toes.
Umbrellas ain't gonna help that either. So they gotta really. I see what you're doing. You trying to kill people at Colony House because they always outside. That's what you trying to do.
Yeah, I would do that. I would also introduce a werewolf into the mist. Just to spicing things up a little bit.
Okay, and what kind of werewolf?
This is Alcide from True Blood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And then what else would I do? I would probably have the town hit with a tornado. But the fucked up thing is this tornado is coming like 1 mile per hour. So at one point, you'll be able to see it coming towards the town. Like the townspeople will be able to see the tornado approaching, but it's going 1 mile per hour. And it's going to be like a week arc. It's going to be like a 2-part episode, that I would do with that shit, just to see. And they're like, well, it's a slow tornado, so what's inside,
That's good. Do they have talisman in this or no?
You know what?
They may not need well, I don't know.
You know what? The talismans would be sucked up by the tornado.
See.
So,
oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, TaMon.
Wow.
The fuck? Let me not drink no more. Tyrone, you have survived the first round of Hell Seats. We will be going to a commercial. We'll be back. Let's see if you survive round 2.
Yes, thank you to Psycho Killers for reaching out to us and letting us be a part of their ambassador program. They sent me their game. I just opened it while we were here. They sent me their God damn it! You guys are still great. I just can't open it. Okay, we have the game, and it comes with all these cool things. You have the killer cards. I haven't seen any of this yet. You have the killer cards. Great packaging.
I see weapons.
Yeah, they're weapons, and if there's a knife and axe, that brings me back. And there's a bat, a bat with spikes, and we have a meat cleaver. We have another meat cleaver. I don't know what these do because I didn't read the instructions yet, but I have the game and some different tapes and I guess different variations of the game. Hello, there we go.
Okay, so we got to play it if
we'll figure it out. But shout out to Psycho Killer. Thank you for watching Scream Kings and supporting and all that great stuff. So check them out. We'll put all the information in the bio. Again, this is Psycho Killer. Right up our alley. So it's time to dive into the reason for the season. And the reason for the season is Chucky.
Oh shit.
That is delicious. Thank you. Bobby,
What up?
can you share with us the history of Chucky, please?
Sure. So this is gonna be. I guess I'll bring Charles on my lap here. Oop! I hit his head.
Damn it!
That's why I can't have kids.
I'm sorry. That took the shit out of me.
So yes, this is a very lengthy one, but I'm gonna try to keep this short in just because there's so much Chucky. There's a lot of child's play going on here, so I'm just gonna try to go through this quickly. So Child's Play was released in 1988, directed by Tom Holland and written by Tom Holland, Don Mancini, and John LaFia. And pretty much the story is about a supernaturally possessed doll that connects with a young boy and kills everyone around him. Charles Lee Ray was on the run from the police before transferring his soul into a good guy doll to get away. Chucky later learned that he needs to transfer his soul into the first person he told his secret to. That first person is Andy, who is played by Alex Vincent. Chucky is later then burnt alive and dismembered, but also needed to be shot in the heart and then he's dead by the end of the film, finally killing him. Then we get Child's Play 2, directed by John LaFia, who has written the first one. Child's Play 2 was quickly made and released 2 years later in 1990. Chucky is brought back to life by electricity in this one, I believe, and is after Andy again. After surviving the first film, Andy is now in the foster home where he and his foster sister Kyle must survive the carnage of Chucky once again. Kyle and Andy defeats Chucky in an epic climax at the toy factory, and then Chucky's blown the fuck up. I love part 2. It's my favorite Chucky ever. That second movie, that third act is just chef's kiss. So then we have Child's Play 3, directed by Jack Bender, was released in August 1991, 1 year later after part 2. So that was kind of a speedy process. But it makes a time jump, aging Andy up and having him in military school. The new actor is played by Justin Whalen. He's now playing Andy because Andy was, Alex Vincent was pretty young, so he couldn't play this teenage role. Chucky finds a new objective and targets little Tyler instead of Andy this time around. And after all the chaos in the school, Chucky is destroyed once again at a carnival by being chopped the fuck up by a giant fan. Fun. Then we get Bride of Chucky, directed by Ronnie Yu, who also did Freddy vs. Jason. Chucky. Bride of Chucky was directed by Ronnie Yu. It was released 7 years later in October 1998. Bringing Chucky back this time around with an accomplice, Tiffany Valentine, who is played by Jennifer Tilly. We love some Tiffany. This time it took a different approach by making this more of a horror comedy and also making it a much more campier Child's Play film compared to the last 3 movies. Leaving some fans upset because Chucky was no longer scary at this point. Some fans were okay because it was something fresh. I was one of the people that didn't care for it when I first seen it, only because I was used to more of the sinister Chucky in the first 3 films. When they kind of went the campy route, I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Mm-hmm. It was cool, but it wasn't the Chucky I knew. So yeah, Chucky and Tiffany is on a journey to get into their old bodies, but need the help of Jesse and Jade. But at the end of the film, Chucky dies again, and Tiffany gives birth to I don't even know what that was, a mutant. Glenn and Glenda. Then we get Seed of Chucky, directed by Don Mancini. So Don Mancini, Chucky is his baby. He was the creator of Chucky. He wrote the first movie, and now he finally have this Chucky brand in his hands. He's now directing, writing, all of it. So Seed of Chucky was directed by him, and it was released 6 years later in November 2004. Continuing the meta and campiness of what Bride started, this movie is based on Glenn and Glenda discovering their selves while Chucky and Tiffany continue their journey to find new bodies. This this time, Tiffany got her eyes set on Jennifer Tilly, and Glenda finally taps into their evil side and collects a few bodies of their own, while their parents are focused on their objectives. We get to the end. Tiffany and Glenda successfully transfer their souls into Jennifer and the twins that Jennifer gave birth to. Long story. I know I'm all over. If you haven't seen the movie, please watch it. It was too much to tell because it's so much involving
That was
sex,
it.
sperm. It was just a lot of craziness.
Oh, the turkey basting. That's
Turkey
right.
basting. Hannah from SK7, Redman. Just a lot going on.
And John Waters.
I thought that was
John
Baby
Waters.
Spice.
That was Hannah from S Club 7. She does look like Baby
Yikes.
Spice, though. She does look like her. They have
She got burnt up.
similarities. Yeah, Glenda fucked her up.
Yeah.
With Seed not doing so hot in theaters, though, Chucky fans still wanted more. So we got Curse of Chucky, directed by Don Mancini, in August of 2013, that was released straight to VOD and DVD. This was the first Chucky film not in theaters. The story follows Nika and her greedy, shady family being terrorized by Charles once again, with a vendetta. This film focuses more on the creepiness of Chucky and not so much the comedy aspect. So this is what I loved about Curse as well, because it was trying to take us back to this, the scary Chucky, rather than the comedy and stuff like that. So yeah. The film also ties into to the very first movie, which was awesome, giving Charles a little bit of a backstory and his purpose for going after Nika. This film also brings Tiffany and Andy back. Cult of Chucky, directed by Don Mancini, was released on VOD and DVD in October 2017. Chucky continues to torture Nika as she's locked up in an insane asylum. The movie shows that Chucky can split his soul into different dolls, and we can have multiple Chuckies, all with the help of Tiffany Valentine. Nika also become possessed by Chucky himself, I guess, because it's Charles and not Nika anymore. This movie also brings Tiffany and Andy together, and also Andy foster sister Kyle makes a surprise return at the very end. So Cult wasn't my favorite. It was great, beautiful gowns the way it looked, but to be honest, I'm not a fan of all the multiple Chuckies.
Same.
I don't really care for them too much.
Crux.
Yeah, when they brought them in, I was just like, and then they continued it on the show, but we'll get there. So in 2019, a Child's Play reboot was made, y'all, with none of the original creators involved. Orion Pictures wanted to reboot the original film, and instead of making Chucky a supernatural possessed doll, Chucky was an AI doll gone wrong. The movie got mixed reviews, but ideally wasn't received well due to people not enjoying the new doll look and personality. Even having Mark Hamill voice Chucky didn't save the film.
Y'all mad.
Whack.
And then we finally get to October 2021 when we get the Chucky TV show, which was a massive hit during its first season. The show continued the events after Cult while introducing us to new characters, mostly focusing on young teens trying to fight and save their town from Chucky and Tiffany. The show also brings back legacy characters like Andy and Kyle in significant roles. And this continues on with season 2 and soon to be season 3 whenever we'll get it. And that's where we at with the history of Chucky. That was a lot.
You did great. And Chucky, thank you. Y'all owe some drinks because he said Chucky a lot of times.
I did.
I've been drinking.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. I say I didn't see Mark.
I'll give Mark some props because he's almost like an interpreter in the corner, bringing out the toys every time he brings up a movie.
Because Charles Lee Ray came back in.
And I try to mix it up a little bit. I said Charles a couple of times because I'm like, child, I'm not looking at y'all, so I don't know if y'all were drinking.
I'm already,
but
I was drinking.
I'm out.
Yeah,
I was tipsy.
Oh,
Thank you, Bobby, for making me tipsy.
Sorry.
I love that for you, for us. Yeah. That is a lot of information. And, once you lay it out like that, and I binged the franchise again, prepping for this, you see how big and huge this franchise is and how much, and how he's one of the big boys. Like, we know that. We know he's up there with the rest of them. But I don't know if he gets talked about as much as everyone else does, but
He
like
does.
it's nice to see Chucky's history laid out.
35 years.
35 years, and a lot of thank you, Mark.
Damn.
And a lot of franchises can't hang with that.
Mm.
I want to
Yes.
sort of jump back to the beginning of Charles Lee Ray's journey. Why do we think that Andy was such a good protagonist? And of course, it was just happenstance that he was with Andy. But why do we think that character is like such a good protagonist?
The innocence. It was the innocence. It was pure innocence. It wasn't no kid that had been, just exposed to the world so much. He was in his own little, imagination world. He was a good guy fan. He
Mhm.
was
A
he
latchkey
didn't have no
kid.
brothers and latchkey kid. He didn't have any brothers and sisters to sit there and worry about or to tease him. He was just in his own little world, minding his own good guy business. He was, and just he got the toy. He ultimately got what he wanted, which was a good guy doll. And when you get that toy that you really, really want, and you kind of like, not anymore. You kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? You
Fantasize.
not fantasize, but I kind of like you iconize. You're like, I got this toy. It's everything I wanted in life. He didn't want them slacks of his birthday. He wanted a
like
good guy
cherished it.
doll.
Yeah.
He cherished it, and he really, he was even eating the good guy cereal. You know what I'm saying? He was all about the good guy, just like I would be if I had growing up Batman. I had Batman this, Batman that. Dot dot dot. TaMon, you was Jean Grey out. You know what I'm saying? If they had a Jean Grey cereal, you'd have been on it. If they had a Jean Grey Barbie doll, you'd have been like, Mom, look, I know it's a doll, but it's Jean Grey. You know what I'm saying? So it was just the fact that, huh?
So she knew I played with dolls. I found my sisters, so yeah.
But I'm just saying, if they came out of Jean Grey doll, you'd be like, Mom, yeah, but I need her. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about the Jean Grey. So I felt like he was the perfect protagonist because he was familiar with the world to the point where he knew as soon as he got the doll started talking to him, he knew this shit wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't hear nobody sit there say anything about good guy die, talk about kill that bitch in the living room because she's
Right.
she's making us go to bed. He didn't hear nothing about that in the description.
Right.
So it was like he kind of knew what was going on, but his folks knew that he had a big imagination to the point where they kind of like used it against him. And I feel like by Chucky looking around, it's like, oh, he's definitely into good guys, and I can utilize this against him because if I do anything, they're going to just automatically assume that he did it because that's this is his world.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that part of like the original, even the part of the title of the movie that the idea was playing around with that it could actually be Andy doing it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, because even though when you look at the behind the scenes sometimes, they'll sit there and say, Dom Mancini may sit there and say, well, he was looking at the consumerism of like, the 80s and like before the toy companies called kids consumers in making or something like that. Like if we market towards the kids, they're gonna want whatever they're gonna want whatever we try to sell them. And in turn, they're gonna like grow up feeling like they gotta have the latest thing. It might turn from a toy to a piece of clothing to a piece of jewelry to an electronic to a car. Just I have to have the latest. I have to have the best. And so they were gonna play with like the Cabbage Patch doll craze. I saw the parents were going crazy over the Cabbage Patch dolls and shit. So, but them toying with it could be Andy. That was genius because the first trailer you really don't get a sense of what's going on. You don't know there's a killer doll running around. They don't reveal Chucky in the very first trailer. So
it would have been exciting if it was that. It's just that for some reason in the 80s, it was just like, oh, the kid can't be the killer because that's just like it can't be touched. The same thing happened with Halloween with Jamie. They played with the idea of having her be the next killer, but they didn't want that because Michael Myers, and also they was a little weird with kids being a killer. And then we have this where it's just like, all right, probably more of the toy thing rather than having this kid go around. Granted, I mean, it probably this is more successful because I feel like having Andy as a killer probably only could go for so long, but Chucky wouldn't be as popular as he is now if we had Andy as the killer. Chucky probably would be non-existent.
Yeah. Alex Vincent did a great job. I believed every moment he had on there, his little crying scene. He's like, he's going to kill me. Like all that, I believed.
Yeah.
Part 2, I felt like he did a good job of being like a shell of himself. Like he did not seem like the same kid in the first movie at all. I just think that character has progressed in a like realistic way to me.
Growth.
Yeah.
To all you guys' point, like that's what makes him a great protagonist because we were all that age once and we can kind of relate to that. We were Andy, like you mentioned before, TaMon. We did those things. We were all obsessed with like a character or whatever the case may be. And just imagine that favorite thing, going against you and coming after you. If something that you love so much is now fucking with you in your world. And I can't imagine that, me loving something as a kid and all of a sudden it's coming after me, so
that's heavy actually. That's a lot for a
Mm-hmm.
child to process.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Mike, you said it best, his character development is really realistic.
Yeah.
And even how he is in the TV show, I think it makes just complete sense how he turned into, like, I think which one was it where he started off on a date? I think it may be The Curse of Chucky.
That was in Cult.
Cult of Chucky. He was on a date. I was like, she looked him up and all those things. Like, damn, he has a terrible past, right?
Yeah.
How do you move forward? How do you fucking move forward?
Right.
What about you, Tyron? What do you think about you don't, right? What do you think about Andy?
I think Andy's character progression is definitely like the funnest, because I think we've been able to see him as a kid and then now as a full-grown adult who's like jaded, and we just see like what the years of Chucky's foolishness has done to him, and the psychological ramifications, from him going to running from Chucky to doomsday prepping for Chucky to now being an enforcer, like torturer of Chucky, and it's like, oh shit, this motherfucker, he done went past survival. This ain't even about survival no more. This is
a hunter.
about, yeah.
I don't mean no harm. Would y'all say that Andy had done Survivalist before Laurie Strode 2018 did?
He did, right? I mean,
because
we don't know the timeline.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that before we got Laurie 2018, Andy was already in his survival mode. He had already sat there and turned the tables on Chucky because Tiffany sent him, I guess, the jaw from Curse, and he sat there like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck you up. This ain't the Andy that you were used to getting fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna fuck you up, and I'm gonna have fun doing it because now Andy's like the hunter." Because you think about it, because Chucky has moved on to Nika. He's been moved on to fucking with Nika now. He's like, I don't need Andy no more. I'm gonna fuck with Nika. And Andy's like, oh no, you still fucking with me. I'm gonna sit there and let you know I'm gonna regurgitate everything that you've done to me, not just from our confrontations, but the mental scars that you left behind in your wake. You know what I'm saying?
You got my mama locked up, bitch.
Yeah, and
this is still questionable. Like, I don't know.
I thought they would lock him up before they would lock her.
Right.
She supported the story, and that police officer was full of shit because he could have told the truth. And even though they probably wouldn't have believed him, but she shouldn't be locked up after what happened.
But he wanted to save himself and his job, so he probably went along with the little story or whatever and sacrificed her to be locked the fuck up.
And now they married.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
Probably.
I
think so.
Because there's two.
They have some type of relationship. I know that.
There's two officers though. They got Norris and then his partner, because his partner at the end realized that this shit's for real. You know what I'm saying? So
he got choked or some shit in the last.
Yeah, he threw that vent. He's like, oh,
that little ass hand. Like, come on.
It was not choking your full throat.
Right.
One thing about Andy, so the actor who played him in the third movie, I didn't realize that was the guy from Serial Mom, the best friend of Matthew Lillard. I didn't realize.
Your seatbelt is the law. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
And he
auditioned
auditioned for Billy
too.
Loomis. Yes, I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He auditioned for Billy Loomis.
He did.
I can't see that. I mean, I can see him audition.
You
but I
can't
just
see it
can't
now
him
at
as Billy
all.
Loomis.
But nice.
So are we doing our favorite characters right now of the series?
No, we're not. Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Mark,
Why not?
That smile with these glasses is taking me out.
It reminds me of how New York was on their bed. That's
Yes.
the energy.
that's what I was going for.
That's the energy. Oh my
That's
God.
what I was going for. But
Favorite characters of the franchise.
Mhm.
We slid into talking about Kyle, but I don't. Do we count the TV show as well?
Yeah, why not? It's a part of the franchise.
and so if that's the case, then I'm gonna go with Jake and why is my name escaping that child's name right now?
The black boy
Devin? Is it
Devin.
Devin?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jake
of the
and
whole
Devin are
franchise.
Really?
no favorite characters of the franchise. I'm just gonna list my favorite characters. Jake, Devin, of course, the Chuck.
Child, you gonna list up all the characters.
I mean,
not really.
Give us your
not
top
really.
two. No, top two.
Okay, top two. With Chuck and Tiffany.
See,
He's gonna save all them kids. He's gonna list all the kids.
Everybody.
I wasn't gonna list all them kids because all them kids I don't like them. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like none of them.
You
I used to
like
like
none of
Devin. I like Devin, but I don't like anybody else on that show.
I like Lexi.
I'm over
Of
her.
course.
Right.
Ooh.
But Chucky and Tiffany would be my top two since y'all made me limit my choices.
Oh,
I just like Tiffany because she's demented, but she has like this split personality where it's just like she's like a 3-dimensional character. Like you can sympathize with her, even though she has like this demented part about her.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can tell, huh?
I said hi doll face. That's what she said. I think so.
And then getting her backstory, you can tell that she was probably like maybe abused as a kid, and she just has like this. She latches on to anything that seems like they will love her. Like how she just latched on to Chucky. I mean, to Charles, and then she latched on to Nika. It was like it's just crazy.
Mm-hmm. Good ones.
Tyrone, who's yours?
Ooh. So do I get two? Or
You get 3.
Okay, I get 3. All right. So I'm gonna hit y'all with Kyle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit y'all with the teacher from the TV series, the redhead.
Oh, I thought you was talking about part 2.
Yes.
The rules are fuck her up.
Yes. Fuck you, bitch.
When
she looked at the thing, she gagged.
I'm sick of you and these bag of tricks.
You've been very, very naughty,
Mrs.
I got myself like that over here.
And then the third one would probably have to be the red-headed student in season 2.
Oh,
the one that looked like Chucky.
Yeah.
The one that looked like Chucky Fenster.
She got pushed out the window. Yeah.
That's my top 3.
Okay. I'll say for me, mine is obviously Kyle. I'm gonna say Andy's mama. I love her. Because she was determined to save her kid. You know what I mean?
She don't get much love. Yeah, she don't get much love.
She don't get much love, but she was just determined to. And then, like, even she was. Yes, but guess what? She didn't go hide, and she went after his ass.
Yeah,
she was
did.
not playing.
This is true.
She
went to the hood and almost got
snatched.
Oh, it's a toy.
Ooh, child.
She was like, look,
and
that's
she
my
missed
kid.
out on the. Didn't she not get paid a half a day or something because she went to go get that toy?
She did overtime. Yep. She had to do overtime, which got her best friend pushed out of a window.
Oh well. Wasn't that what's the name from Greece that got pushed out the window?
Who?
That wasn't the secretary from Ghostbusters.
No, from Greece, the first one.
Wait, what?
Grease, the first
What?
one. Which person?
Aunt Maggie, they got
Frenchie.
pushed out the window. She was in Greece. She was
Frenchie? No.
no, she's
I
not
didn't know
Frenchie.
that.
Oh, it's Jan. It's Jan. It is Jan.
Yes,
She was like the hot pants
With the
one that
bubble
was-
gum?
yes,
Yeah, she was flirting with the news radio guy.
yes.
Mhm.
What's
Wow.
it, something Marcy Maricino or something like that? Weird
Marcy
name.
Maricino.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Shut. Okay.
but yes,
Brush
the
up, brush up,
mama,
brush up.
Kyle,
Yes.
and I'm gonna do one more. I'm going to say Glenda. I like Glenda.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. A lot of people don't like Glenda, especially on the TV show, and I like
Ugh.
Glenda. Why not?
Here's the
It's
original
funny.
dialogue from Chucky when I guess Karen finally he said, "You stupid bitch, you dumb fucking bitch, think you can fuck with me, do you? Well, no one can, no one. See, I'm the giver of pain. Don't fuck with me or you'll die.
Oh,
You
that's
can't stop me."
long.
Yeah.
What are you
That's
talking about?
That's right.
No, but you know when he grabbed when
He
she said
texted somebody. He texted somebody this message.
Right.
Yes, it is. That's a text message. You
That's
stupid
a
bitch. I
text.
told you.
no, that's when he grabbed. You know when she said I'm gonna throw you in the fire, he came alive.
Call
Like, you
her a
stupid
stupid
bitch.
Oh,
bitch.
that's
You
what he
filthy
said.
You
slut. I
filthy
teach you how
slut.
to
I'm
fuck
gonna
with
teach you
me.
not to fuck with me.
Fuck
That's
with
what he
me.
said.
Yeah.
Right.
That was the original. It was longer than that. It was longer than
Yeah,
that.
that was
Oh.
a text message.
That was definitely
So-
text. He tried it.
I like Tiffany Valentine, but the doll version. That's my preference. Her in the
Yes.
doll from like
Mhm.
Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky. Obviously Kyle, that goes without saying. And I also like Glenda, but I like doll Glenda from Seed of Chucky because she's really dramatic,
wig.
really crazy, and I fucking love it. I love dramatic characters.
Stop it, mommy. You'll wrinkle
Yeah.
my dress.
Guess who, Daddy? I love it. I fucking love Glenda.
That would be
Um,
Stewie from Family Guy if he just family
is,
snapped. He
yeah.
just family snapped.
It is. It definitely is.
Yo.
My three are Andy.
Damn,
Chow
everybody got three
Andy.
for me.
Yeah. Chow Andy. I love you. And you know
Bitch.
that. Chow Andy, Lexi, and Tiffany. Those are my three. Mark, you can definitely have one fucking more. One.
Oh,
Kyle. Okay, thank you.
There you go.
oh my God.
Kyle's on all our lists.
Yeah, except for mine, but she is definitely up there for sure.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
As she should be.
Yeah. This second season of Child's Play, I'm sorry,
didn't finish
y'all.
it. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't finish it. I got 4 episodes.
How
left.
far did you get? What do you remember?
I got to when they tried to they kind of brainwashed the Chucky
Okay.
and he became like a good Chucky.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that one. Good.
I'm in the middle of the season pretty much. I can finish it tonight, but y'all can go ahead. But I already know that Homegirl didn't make it.
Yeah, good check to take her out of here. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so I know that she didn't make it because.
So how do y'all feel about the multiple Chuckies? Like, do y'all think it's like ruining the franchise, or are they doing too much? Do you think they ran out of ideas, so that's why they're doing all these Chuckies? They can't, or you think they're doing this because they feel like they can do more with multiple Chuckies instead of just one? Like, how do y'all feel? Because I feel like we're doing this again. Like, let's do something different. You already seen it.
I thought they probably, if they're going to do the multiple Chuckies, then I feel like one should have escaped to a new family and then just cause all like kind of like bring up the old, Child's Play 1 motif, or maybe have like a season that's kind of like reminiscent of Child's Play 1 and 2.
Mhm.
And just have like Jake and Devin and Andy and Kyle and all of them like in the, in the background, but not front and center. You know what I'm saying? and then maybe because see the thing is with the multiple Chuckies that they like what's their end goal? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you got like 100 Chuckies running around. What are y'all trying to do? Because you're kind of getting sloppy because somebody's gonna be like, oh, well, the urban legend is true. There are good guy dolls running around that are alive. And this can be like this mass task force. Maybe the fucking government's gonna come in and shut everything down. So everybody has a good guy doll is gonna get destroyed. So what are you doing?
They can almost make this like an anthology if they wanted to, where a different family or a different set of kids are being sort of attacked by a Chucky doll. But I agree with everybody else. I actually don't like the idea of all these different Chuckies unless they're going to come to something really a big thing. But what else could they possibly do? What else could they possibly do if they don't have all these different?
I would think since he can do this, like split his soul up, like try to get the word out about good guy dolls again so that it becomes popular and a bunch of kids want it. Put your soul in them damn toys and then just have them shipped out to the kids. And then they play hide the soul. And then he has a bunch of innocent ass kids running around killing people. Something. You would think more of Chucky dolls means it would be scarier, but it makes it more comedic because they all have different personalities. One's bald and I don't know what he's. One's a doctor.
One has all these muscles.
Like
I was over it.
I think because the thing with that is though, that could probably have worked back in like the 80s, but now all I gotta do is Google and find like similar instances, and they could be like, well, let's go talk to this other person and see what happened with them. And they were like, yeah, he did all this. And then
but that's what what's the name did in the first season, right? He was like, oh, something's off with Chucky. He ended up finding Andy to see what was going on.
These people are stupid, Mark. If there's a trend of some sort, they're gonna do it. It don't matter how dangerous it is. People will still want to be engaged somehow.
Unless Chucky ends up killing everybody in like the other families and stuff like that, and just like these mystery murders are just unsolved, and he can sit there and walk off everybody because nobody's gonna pay attention to a toy. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I did see a good guy doll at the murder scene. He probably just walk off. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I enjoyed the idea when it was introduced in Cult. Because it was like, oh shit, he can multiply himself now, which means that you can kill all these dolls in the room, but there might be one still running around out there. That's scary. But when you have an army of Chuckies, it's like, it's kind of scary, but it's like, just take a big flamethrower.
They're just more dangerous than scary. Like there's nothing sinister about them anymore. Right. It's more just like, it's kind of like the Freddy Krueger approach, like now. Where Freddy was kind of scary in the first two movies, I must say. And even though Freddy always had this comedic tone to him, even in the first movie, he said like little funny things, but it wasn't to the extent that it is in 4 or 5 and so on. Same thing with Chucky. Chucky said like funny things, but then they started to just take it to a whole nother level and it's not scary anymore. So it's like if they did this with all the other Chuckies, like say for instance, like what Mike said, ship them off to different kids to try to possess them. It would be more scary if it was more, if the Chuckies was more sinister instead of being more playful. That's not
like
scary.
Gremlins.
Yeah, that's exactly perfect example. You got different types. They're all chaotic and mischievous, but it's just yeah.
Am I the only one who fuck with season 2 over here? I think so.
What did you love about season 2? Please tell us.
You know what? I loved a little bit of the characters. The redhead girl, the one that looked like Chucky Finster. She was dope. Lexi's villain. Draco, not Malfoy. I was kind of upset that they got rid of his character. When they did, because I felt like they definitely needed someone to treat Lexi how she used to treat everybody else. In that, especially in that school type of environment. I love the was it the priest? I love seeing.
Oh
I
yeah.
love seeing Sawa. Back on the screen.
Yes.
Sawa.
Yeah,
I don't know why that was funny.
Sawa or
Because he didn't say
Stan.
Devin Sawa, he just said Sawa.
Simon.
When I see the motherfucker on the screen, I be calling him Stan. I be like, oh, there goes Stan. But
Maybe he'll be
yeah,
back next season
yeah, I hope
as someone
so.
else. He's
yeah.
played
Should
3
be.
characters so far, so
Season
just
2
wants
is
that check.
definitely fun. It's a fun thing. It's just not like I'm not watching this for. I'm just watching to watch Chucky kill people at this point. I'm not really watching it expecting some like
Exactly.
grand kind of thing.
He killed Liv Morgan on the couch, which was fun. And then the buff Chucky, I know like y'all was talking about the different Chuckies, but the buff Chucky who just punched that motherfucker through spoilers, but yeah, like that shit was crazy, dog. That shit was crazy.
What I will say about season 2 is I will say Jennifer like Tilly definitely has more shine in this one.
Yeah.
She has a whole episode to herself.
That was a good episode.
That was so fucking good. Like that was like my favorite episode, and Chucky wasn't even in the episode, I don't think, and not until the very end. So, yeah, like it's fun, but it's like with season 1, I don't know. Like I was every Wednesday, I would watch that show. Like I was glued to the TV every Wednesday. But season 2, maybe the first 2 or 3 episodes, and after a while I was falling off. I'm just like, I want that to pull me. I wanted to pull me back in, but it wasn't. I was still watching, but if I missed an episode, I didn't care. With season 1, I couldn't miss an episode. Like I had to be there. If I'm on the phone or playing a game, nope, I gotta watch Chucky. Season 2, it wasn't like that so much.
Agreed.
So
season 1 had some really great kills and moments. That one episode where he killed everybody's mama. Listen, when he
oh my god,
they're all orphans, which is crazy to me.
That was so smart, right? He's ruining people's childhood again. When he got her, when the body fell on the car when he was waiting on his mom to come out of that doctor's appointment, I was like, Chucky, no, you're not. Chucky, don't do it.
And Chucky said, "Fuck it."
Him doing this.
Yeah, him do it. I was like, damn.
Slow motion is what took me out. It definitely took me out. Insert photo there. And then he snapped the black cop's neck. I was like, they don't have nobody. And then he killed Lexi's mom the next thing. Ooh.
And
that's fine. I knew she was gonna end up getting gagged. It was a matter of time because she was so unlikable. She was.
You don't know how though. You don't know how.
Yeah. I'm surprised she made it out of season 1, honestly. But
me too. I thought that. Yeah, I thought that she was going to be the one to get gagged instead of the dad. You know what I'm saying? And the dad was the same guy from
Colt.
Yeah, the same. Yeah.
Tyrone, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. It's a great conversation. I'm loving the topic tonight. Came in on a good episode.
I think it's time for you to come hang out with me and Bobby in the Hell Seat.
Oh, here we go.
Goodbye.
Hell Seat.
Welcome to the Hell Seat.
Come on, Echo.
So you know what to expect now, but we're gonna crank the heat up a little bit for you and see if you can take it. Bobby, you want to kick it off?
Sure. So my first question for you, Tyrone. How are you feeling tonight, Tyrone? How are you feeling? You good?
I'm feeling great.
All right, cool. Just want to make sure. So my first question to you is, if you can have an all-black cast to star in a reboot or remake of your favorite horror franchise, what franchise would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna have to go all black reboot of Evil Dead.
Okay.
Yeah. Just off the bat.
Who would be the lead of that? Who is your Ash?
Yes.
Ash would have to probably be. I mean, I could see Lakeith. I can see Lakeith playing that.
Ooh,
I can see
that's
that.
a good choice. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Come on,
All right,
Lakeith.
next question. Name an overrated final girl.
Ooh.
Watch your tongue.
Answer wisely. Answer
Yes,
wisely.
watch your tongue.
I'm gonna say from the answers that I be getting, Sydney.
All right.
Woo!
Yeah.
I know Michael
thank
is
you.
cheering.
It's been nice having you on the show. And I think this is so fun that you're here. But that's it. You're going to go lower than the hell seat. Is there a why behind that?
Yes.
I think, Sydney just throughout the decades, she's just getting people in trouble. I feel like
Who wrote this for you? Michael?
I feel like Michael wrote this. Tyrone, this is not your character. What is happening?
This is bullshit. Okay, I'm sorry, Bobby. Answer your question. We'll talk about this.
I'm
offline.
shocked. I am shocked.
I'm weak and I'm
Yes.
disgusted.
So Tyrone, what would be? This is a perfect segue. What would be your unpopular opinion on a horror film?
Ooh, unpopular opinion on a horror
Mhm.
film.
Mhm.
The Exorcist is kind of boring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tyrone,
Yeah,
like my Philly brother, like listen, like I thought I knew
Send
you.
the hate mail to him. I can't wait to get your social media up here. Send all the hate mail to him. We had nothing to do with this besides Michael. Send it.
I think Michael did the Chucky
He
stuff.
did.
Due Dumbella and went inside Tyrone.
That's my next question. Quote the entire spell from Chucky. No, I'm kidding. That's not the question. Elm Street. Elm Street, Woodsboro, Haddonfield, or Derry. Where would you choose to live and why?
I feel like Elm Street, Haddonfield. I feel like Haddonfield because it's less racist than everywhere else. I feel like
Because we had one black nurse. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, her husband is black, and then we had the old woman with her white husband that got the glass shoved in her neck.
Yeah.
The little boy Julian. We got some black people in Haddonfield.
Yeah, I feel like Derry is too much of a sordid history, and it's too many vigilantes on Elm Street for me. They be popping off and hopping out the bushes and all that shit. I ain't down with that. So
Derry is definitely racist.
Evil Dies Tonight. You see how they went down in Haddonfield after that. So.
Yeah, true. Damn, Evil Dies Tonight. It didn't.
Come to Woodsboro. We'll take care of you.
Okay, so my question is, if you can put 3 of your favorite final girls or boys in Big Brother, who would you choose and why?
Ooh, three.
Yes.
I'm gonna choose shit, I forgot her name at the moment, but Jada from Demon Knight.
Geraldine.
Geraldine. Yeah, I'm gonna choose Geraldine. I just feel like she's gonna work the room. She's gonna be the one that takes no bullshit from anybody. That she's gonna walk in there with respect. She's like the Tiffany,
Okay.
2 years. I feel like she's the Tiffany Pollard of
I thought you meant the cookout.
Yeah,
New York.
The cookout Tiffany. Yeah, I done
okay.
I done fucked up their names.
Not New York Tiffany.
Yeah, but Tiffany from the cookout. Yes. So that's the first one. And then I think Roger. I definitely bring in Roger, from Night of the Demons. I think he's got a lot of survival skills that'll be, good in certain comps, because just like that theory of if you're in a room full of gunmen, but you don't got a gun, you're unarmed, your ass is gonna make it out because you focused on getting the fuck out of there. You ain't focused on the click, clack, clack,
Facts.
clack.
Yeah.
Like everybody else is focused on, oh, what's the spell? What do you gotta do? Roger was like, let's get the fuck up out of here. So I feel
Okay.
like he gonna have them survival skills, you
Great in
know.
endurance comps.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then who
Oh,
else? Who else would be a good one? Maybe the sister in from damn, what was that? I just watched Ouija Origin of Evil. The
okay.
older sister.
Got you.
You know?
Okay.
So I would pick her and I would have her, be a contestant because I feel like she went through so much, especially with charlatans. I feel like
Mhm.
she'd be able to tell people's bullshit in the house.
Okay.
Mm.
Good one. I'm surprised you didn't choose old girl from what's the name? Your fave.
Evil Dead.
No.
High
High
tension.
tension. High tension.
I
Yeah.
was thinking about it, man. I was thinking
Yeah.
about it.
She would be great at manipulating people. She
Yeah,
I can't talk. Manipulated everybody that was watching the
She
fucking
did.
movie. So
how was she the villain and the final girl at the same
listen,
damn time?
We loved it. We love to see that. That's a great segue to my question. Name every killer in the Scream franchise.
woo.
Oh, damn.
And if you don't get it right, you got to take a shot of whatever.
All right. Damn. You know what? I'm gonna say Dewey.
Just take a shot. It's
Yeah.
over. It's over. You need to get one right. I'm sick of this shit. This is
Wait a minute.
absolutely
Did I just
bullshit.
say fucking Dewey? Dewey never was Ghost Space. Get it together. What the fuck is going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah. Do you want to try again? Yeah. Do that. Thank you. Handle that. This is absolutely ridiculous. People, we're sorry about that.
Tyrone, please.
It's the purple. It's the purple. It's the purple
Mhm.
Kush. My bad.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you got for us is Dewey. Can you name two?
All right.
No, I
first
got you. Billy Loomis,
Yeah.
and his daughter.
She's not.
She didn't kill. She gonna kill if she ain't killed.
Okay. Thank you, Tyrone. Bobby, you're.
Oh my gosh.
I can't.
Bye.
Bobby,
Woo. All right.
run
All
it.
right. I'm going. All right, Tyrone. Woo. It's the it's the 90s, okay? We're in the
It
90s right
is.
now. It's the 90s. You're watching Snick. And Are You Afraid of the Dark comes on. You're you're mysteriously zapped into the TV, and now you're at the campfire with the Midnight Society, right? You have to tell a spooky story on the spot or live the nightmare of one of their stories to get back into the real world. Which one are you choosing to do?
Oh, so I have to tell one of the stories that's already been told.
Yeah. No, you got to come up with your own story,
Oh, I
but
got.
you have to come up with one on the spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like as soon as you're there, it's your turn. Let's go. But or you have to live a nightmare of one of the stories that's already been told.
All right,
So that means you could live in. Go ahead.
It's gonna be the tale of the ashless knees, and yeah, it's gonna be something.
You'll be coming up with some bullshit as you go.
This is Night Books Part 2. That's what it is. That's what it is. But the tale of the ashless knees. It's a witch out there, and she is known in the town as someone who does like body care, skin care, shit like that. So she's going around but she's an older woman, but they don't know that she's really a witch and that she's like it, which is pretty much it sounds like a part 2 to one of these stories anyway, you know, because she's actually stealing the kids' youth. Yeah, this is not how I would pitch the story to the campfire. This is just like an outline.
But you came up with outline. You got a concept.
Yeah.
So there you go. You passed. You're transported right back into the real world. You're
Thank
good.
you.
I don't think he passed because the task was to tell the story, and I heard he was talking about Bioline because he was talking about makeup and he was talking about
Mike. Wait, sorry. There's a joke on our podcast. Just do your question, TaMon. I'll tell you later.
Alien invasion, zombie apocalypse, vampire attack in 30 Days of Night. Which one would you rather fight through?
Alien invasion.
We'll get ready to but why?
Well, I think that it's just less violent. Like, I feel like vampires is gonna fucking be trying to stab me in the neck and shit. Like that shit, I can't take that. And then, you know, it's zombies. I really don't feel like dealing with that smell. But you know, I feel like the aliens are gonna be relatively clean. You know, and if they do destroy us, it's gonna be a clean death. You know, but everybody else. It's gonna be a little bit messy, so I feel like aliens is gonna be the cleanest. You know,
fair enough.
That's definitely fair.
Well, it might happen sooner than later with the aliens news that we've been getting lately. So take me to your leader. So my last question is: you have to watch only one of these franchises for the rest of your life.
Okay.
I took out some because as I was getting to know you tonight, I was like, let me take this movie out because I know you're going to choose that one. So let me just replace it with something else.
Gotcha.
So those movies are The Exorcist, Leprechaun, Friday the 13th, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Ooh.
You have to watch one of these. Take them all out and you only can choose one to watch for the rest of your life. That's all you're watching.
Ooh, just their whole series or just that movie specifically?
Oh yeah, no, their whole series.
Okay,
that's all you can watch. Nothing else.
Shit, it's probably gonna be Texas Chainsaw Massacre because I got issues with everything else. You know, everything else is cool, but I definitely got issues. It's gonna be a harder watch. Everything's gonna be a harder watch except for Texas Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw, what? That's like the most like convoluted timeline ever.
True, but I'm gonna be having some fucking fun. I have a thing for white trash, like television.
Rob Zombie movies.
Rob Zombie, King
Excuse me. That's not okay. Rob Zombie Halloween is better than some of the other ones.
Which one?
That's true.
Resurrection.
Yes.
No.
Okay. I question everything. The Curse, Halloween 5. It's better
all right, I would say it's better than Curse.
The Curse was a good movie, you know. Halloween 5, now I give you that. Mm-hmm. But Resurrection, like, listen, we could debate about that. I'm gonna probably have a motherfuckers who for Resurrection and motherfuckers who against Resurrection.
It'll be a small list. My last question. My last question is: what's one horror movie franchise that deserves a reboot?
Ooh.
That has not received one.
Yes.
A franchise? That's a good probably Wishmaster.
Oh, I love Wishmaster. Yeah,
me too. Okay, yes. You sort of survived Hellseat. You got a few passes, but you know what? And that Sydney comment, I don't know. No, you know what? You didn't. And on that note, Tyrone, we're gonna slide into commercial, and we'll see you right back with everybody else for some shade.
Woo!
Just warms my heart.
And we're back after listening to a lot of foolishness in the last trip to the hell seat. And it just astounds me how we have to always circle back. That's how you know you're a bad bitch, right? When everybody keeps your name in their mouth, and they always got the what was it, Alice?
You asked the question, he answered it. It's that simple.
I'm still mad at you.
No, it's not that simple.
Who's overrated?
Alice.
He said Sydney, and he gave good points.
I said Dewey was my favorite Ghostface. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'll never live that shit down.
And that was the first
that
one
shit on
you
repeat.
said.
It is. That's gonna be the trailer for this episode. We're gonna repeat that shit, and I'm gonna tag everybody I know that loves Scream.
Hey, TaMon, let me call. I have to call everybody that I've ever met right now.
I'm tagging Wes Craven.
Miss Cordelia Chase. I have to call everybody that I've ever met right now because that was so damn
right. Exactly.
And I was confident too.
You were confident.
So confident. Oh my God.
Well, we don't know. He could have done something at some point. We don't know. He had. He was in his darkest moments in part. What was it? 5. So
he was a drunk.
A lonely drunk, yes, who had nobody left to live for. So
he did have somebody left to live for. His name was Gail Weathers, author of the Woodsboro Murders and the Windsor Murders and the Hollywood
Murders. The definitive novel. Don't forget that.
The definitive trilogy.
Tyrone, I understand your answer, and like them, I will respect it.
We do respect
your
answer. We respect.
Bye.
You see how hateful they are? Oh my God.
I am so
a black
like
man
I
can't
sobered up a little bit. I sobered up a little bit at the answer. I sobered up a little bit at that answer. I was like, "What did he say?"
I didn't. That's why I gave it. I didn't. That's why I gave it.
We know that Michael texted you what to say in that moment.
Oh my God,
that was about to happen.
This was a setup.
It was a setup by Michael.
I got so excited when I heard Sydney's name.
We know you did.
Well, that's what I said. I said Michael's getting his whole life on the other side right now. Just
I should have texted Michael custom out. Said, "Shut up! You better not be with us celebrating."
I'm with the
should have brought you to the LC.
So I got a reference.
One day y'all will see the light.
No, you won't see no light. You gonna walk into the light.
Y'all will see it.
No.
Outside in. Okay, so on that.
Favorite Chucky moments?
Next up, we're going to discuss our favorite Chucky moments. Tyrone, why don't you kick us off with that?
All right. And I think it might have been...
don't have none since you killed Sydney. So.
I think it might have been Child's Play 2, you know, when he had Andy on his back and he just, you know, put his hand over his chest and was repeating the words, and he's like, "Hey, a sport, let's play a little game called Hide the Soul. And guess what? You're it." You know, that shit was fucking, and he's just hiding, doing them, be like, "Give me the power right back of you." And the fucking clouds open up and there's lightning and all this shit. Like, that shit was fucking epic. Epic.
Movie the fact that you sound like him is really sort of creepy and is enjoyable for this moment. So, like,
yes,
if you can talk like that the rest of the night, that'll be okay. Okay, that's your favorite moment. What about you, Michael?
Oh, fuck. Okay, because I had 3, so I have to narrow it down to 1. All right, so I'm taking Chucky and Tiffany having sex off the list since I can only choose one.
You got a rubber? Baby, I made a
I'm all rubber.
I was in that theater with my mother. You know how fucking embarrassed I was that I forced her to come watch that movie.
Me too. I was in the drive-in with my mom and my dad. And that
what did he have? I don't want to know if we can ask that question. But...
He had to have something.
Yeah, something swam up into Tiff.
Okay.
Oh, if he can bleed, he can have sperm.
Thank you. That's the answer. Sure.
These are just two. Okay. I'm gonna go with
Do both. God.
fine. Okay. The battery's not included scene in the first one. It is still perfect. Tension filled. The timing is perfect. I still get chills watching that scene. But also the last part of Child's Play 2, you had the everything. You had the environment, which added to it, all the Chucky dolls in the background.
Yes.
It's like a maze, and then the running. Actually, fuck it. I'm choosing the last part of Child's Play 2. That's my favorite moment of the franchise. Just him and Kyle running around, not knowing where the fuck they going, and Chucky popping in and out, trying to kill them.
Yeah.
Because the other one was just at the apartment. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah. When he was climbing up that fucking conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Yes.
The shame was that Kyle grown ass could get up that conveyor belt. She was like, Andy, come on. But Rachel put Jamie in her damn back when they was climbing up the fucking house. She was like, Andy, come on.
He's too big now.
God.
Oh shit.
And when he fell, he hit it down. He slid down that goddamn thing.
The way, why was he staring down while he was sliding down? Like he wasn't trying to fight to get back up. He was just letting it happen. Like just.
What was he doing, Bobby? What was he doing? He was just And Cal's like, Andy, what did you do?
Oh god.
But yeah, that's the best part.
Okay. I'll say I'm with Mike. I love the whole ending, of course, but one of my favorite scenes because Chucky, his tone changes. Like he goes from like sweet to like cursing you the fuck out the next moment. So one of my favorite scenes is when he's locked inside the closet in the school. And he's like, Andy, let me out. I'm sorry, okay? Let me the fuck out. Like, he was just let me the fuck out, you dead. Like, he was just going in on Andy. So I love that moment. Then honestly, when the teacher's going through the homework and it says "fuck you, bitch" on it, that scene takes me all the time.
Oh god. Okay. My favorite moment is when they got to the adoption Grace Zabrisky's office and they were saying like Chucky's still, doing all this, and she was like, "It's just a fucking doll." She picked it up. He said, "Amazing, isn't it?" And then he started stabbing her ass.
The way he hopped off of her.
So that's one. We doing two? We all doing two?
Sure, go for it.
The other one, like I said, is from Chucky season 1 when he pushed Junior's mom out the window, and he said,
Now that you mentioned
that shit sent me. I was screaming.
I already know what TaMon's one of his moments is. I already know. TaMon's moment is going to be Lexi making fun of what's his name's dad being electrocuted. That is going to be TaMon's moment.
Let me tell y'all, this bitch walked in in this jumpsuit and his hair. I loved it. I'm like, you bitch.
Yeah, she
I was like, you stupid bitch.
She deserved to get kicked in the face after that. I'm like,
I would have drug her all through that party. I would have drug her all through that party. But listen, when she was serious, it was the hair. It was teased out perfectly. It was to be electrocuted. Okay, Michael, thank you for that. One of my moments is when I think it's in the Bride of Chucky, and they was like, "This is an ugly doll," and Chucky was like, "Fuck you." He said,
yes.
This is ugly. He's like, "Fuck you." And then, of course, we talked about this moment already tonight. Was when his mom was trying to get Chucky to talk. And then he sort of just flipped. "You stupid bitch, you filthy slut. I'm about to shut the fuck with me." I'm like, "Yes, Chucky, fuck her up." He wore her out. But her reaction,
Right. Yeah. He's like, why did he curse her out like that? Like, why she gotta
She
be
just
a
scolded
stupid
him.
bitch? Right.
Throw him, girl. Throw him.
I got a question. Do y'all think Chucky or Freddy is funnier? Like, who do you think is more charismatic in
Oh,
Chucky.
Chucky's funny.
Chucky.
As much as
Chucky's
I'm a
funny.
Fred head, it's Chucky
It's
because
Chucky.
Chucky will sit there and fuck with you.
Yeah,
He
and it's
reads
natural. I feel like Freddy is
And
a little bit forced, just a little bit.
And
But
Chucky's not as problematic.
yeah.
Oh, well, yes.
Yeah, because Freddie was like, "How sweet, dark me," and he probably sit there and say something slick about gay and stuff like that. And Chucky,
oh yeah.
Chucky won me over when he sat there and said, "I have a we said queer son. I have a queer kid." And he was like, "Oh, really?" He said, "Yeah, I'm not a monster." I'm not a butcher that was like, I'm not a monster. I'm like, but you are. But in that sense, it's like, yeah, you actually
He's
accepted your
progressive.
kid.
Mhm.
Out of all the shit that he did in Cedar Chuck, he actually that was like the least thing that bothered him. It was more along the lines of, I'm trying to kill, and I'm trying to get you to kill. He was more worried about his son, but his child killing than he was
Yeah.
about their
Yeah.
gender. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
forget Don't forget about Tiffany calling the helpline when she wanted to kill that.
Oh, yeah.
Her reaching for that knife. I can't.
The little slip. He said, I had a slip up there recently. Oh, yeah? He's like, okay. That's all she needed. Thank God. And then she explained it to Chucky. It's just a slip. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Chucky has a lot. He has a lot of moments. A lot.
And
Yes.
Come out, wherever you are. You little
You
shit.
little shit.
Yeah.
Or Chucky's
And
gonna be her bro.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, that's the least thing. I was like, really, Chucky? Like, really? I was like, I don't know.
And
He was
anytime
okay
they show
with
his
it.
little feet clacking around, it
right.
makes me laugh.
Oh, the little feet. I can't.
Anytime he's clacking, like when he pushed the best friend out in the first one.
You just see
clack, 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 clack.
It's not even that when
That's
he's
the
hanging
scariest
on
shit
or
to
when he's
me.
choking somebody, his feet just be dangling like on part 2 when Andy got on the bus and you see the bus drive off, you just see his little feet underneath the bus just swinging.
Wait, do y'all remember the scene? Was it the first movie when Andy's taken and put it in some building and you see Chucky crawling up the fire escape and shit?
Yeah.
Don't he look
that's the
big as
first one.
hell in that scene? I swear he
It
looks big
is.
as fuck.
They had a little person to play.
Yeah,
That's
that was
all.
a person. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody talked about Audrey Plaza being killed in the reboot.
She didn't get killed.
She didn't die.
Oh, maybe I wanted her to. I'm sorry.
No.
Also, I don't think that movie was bad. I just think because it's named Child's Play, people wanted to hate it.
Well,
It was
it's
a
not that
bad
I hate the movie. I just felt like it could have been a whole totally different without the Child's Play name. Look at what we got, Megan. They could have sat there, slapped
It was
Child's Play
literally
on Megan or
Megan.
something like that. But
It literally was Megan, sort of. I like Child's Play the reboot. Like it's like I already knew that fans was gonna like hate it just because of the Child's Play name itself, but I was okay with it. I had fun with it.
You took the possession out. That's my only big issue with that.
Yeah, it was just.
But they did it already. That's why. So why not do something that's now and current, which is AI?
AI. Yeah, that was the thing. I was like, it could have been. They could have set that up as a Chucky versus Buddy battle or something like that if they really wanted to, because you got AI versus human possession or something like that, And I like the last moment in the Child's Play reboot where all the different toys just came to life and was fucking everybody up in the toy store. That was pretty cool.
It happened too quick though. Like I wanted more of that, and I feel like it just came and went super fast. That was my favorite part too. And
they could have easily, spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it yet, they could have easily knocked off my boy Brian Tyree Henry, but
they got his mama.
They got his mama, but he turned into like a very vigilante type person, and I was like, "Yo, chill out! Like you gonna fuck up shit." I said, at least be the hero. Don't be the asshole that fucks up everything towards the end. You know what I'm saying? Because he was going after because the kid's name was also Andy Barclay in the remake, right? He was going after Andy Tough. He was like, "I'm gonna get you." I'm like, "It's not him. Chill out. It's the damn dog."
I mean, it could be him. He's a teenager, ain't he?
That's how the cop was in the first one.
Kids do fucked up shit too.
They definitely interrogated Andy in the original, like when his mama wasn't there.
Yeah,
so they were rented out. So he picked up his shoes. He was like, "Oh, what shoes you had on? Let me see your foot." Yeah, he was definitely trying to wear Andy out.
I'm sorry. Another moment that was funny because you just reminded me, TaMon, is when they were like, when the mom was talking to him, and she's like, what happened? She's like, Chucky said Aunt Maggie was a real bitch and got what she deserved. And the way he said it, because his voice he's just so innocent and it's so sweet.
I
love Maggie.
So I think
she did what
time.
Wait, man.
No, Maggie, she was great.
No, she was doing the most. To me,
she babysitted her friend's child. She took her to get this toy in a dark ass alley. She talked shit to that piece of shit boss.
True.
Literally, she just turned the channel. That's all she did.
Yes, all she did.
They wanted to watch the news. Like, let them watch the 10 o'clock news.
Chucky got mad, bitch. I'm watching that.
I want to watch what the fuck I did last night, ho.
Right.
You got one more time to change this channel, and that's what I know.
She's like, all right, I would go. Okay, sorry.
Oh no, you good. So we know the history of Chucky. We talked about our favorite characters, some of our favorite moments, some funny ass moments. I think now's a good time to sort of rank all of the Chucky films, including the seasons too. Rank our Chucky franchise. And Tyrone, I think you should go first.
Okay. I think, dead last place is going to be Child's Play 3. You know, no shade, but dead last is going to be Child's Play 3. Coming up close behind it is probably See the Chucky.
Oh,
you know,
damn, I forgot about that.
And then coming up behind that is going to be Chucky season 2, you know, and then coming up behind that is going to be Cult of Chucky, and then coming up behind that is going to be Child's Play, the original, and then coming up behind that is going to be Chucky season 1, and then coming up behind that is going to be Bride of Chucky. And then my number 1 is Child's Play 2.
Okay, I can fuck with that. I can fuck with that.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know it was controversial, you know, the placement of Child's Play, the original one, but you know,
that's okay. That was okay. Now that's the type of controversy we can live with.
Oh God, they're insane.
Shut up, bitch.
See what I have to deal with up here. Oh,
only because you asked for it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you go next. Exactly.
What?
You go next since you talking shit.
Sure, I like going like what Tyrone did. I'm gonna go from, I guess it's 10 to 1. So Cult of Chucky is last because I don't like all the Chuckies running around. Not really my favorite. I feel like it takes away from the horror aspect of it. Then I have Chucky season 2. Also a bunch of Chuckies running around. It is fun, but that's not my favorite thing to watch of his. Then I got Child's Play remake at number 8. See the Chucky at number 7. We get Queen Glenda, so I'm cool with that one. Bride of Chucky, because I guess Chucky been away for a minute, so to have that trailer come out and then go watch it, that kind of got me amped to watch it again. Curse of Chucky, I like because it gives me a little backstory with like what's her name? Mika. And Charles Lee Ray, and then the mother, and then how she's in the wheelchair, like all that I kind of like figuring out. Then I got season 1 of Chucky, Child's Play 3 at number 3, Child's Play 1 at number 2, and Child's Play 2 at number 1.
That's literally like almost my list.
I'm missing one. Okay, y'all help me.
Oh, we gotta write these down.
I'm trying to do it for myself.
I was trying to do it in my head, but I had to put them down because it's 10 movies. Well, 10 of them, I guess, not movies. I go next real quick. So I'm gonna start from the bottom up as well. My number 10 is season 2 of Chucky. That's like dead last to me. Number 9 is the remake. Even though I enjoyed it, I still enjoy the other ones before that more than that one. That's not horrible. Number 8 is Cult. Same reasons like what Mike said. I don't really care for the Chuckies running around. Beautiful gowns, but no. 7 is Curse. Great movie. I enjoyed it, but not better than the others. Number 6 is Seed. I love Seed. Glenn and Glenda. What's funny?
Please, nothing. Keep going, Bobby.
I just remember Red Man getting stabbed.
He got emboweled.
Yeah.
Disemboweled.
You're trash, bitch. Keep going, Bobby, please.
Number 5, season 1. Number 4, Bride. Number 3, Child's Play 3. Number 2, Child's Play. And number 1, Child's Play 2.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what's going on over here?
Hold on, y'all. Shit.
I'm missing 2. I don't even know.
Mark, I thought you was ready.
No, I said that we're supposed to write these down. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off. I'm doing Chucky season 2 at the number 10 because I haven't finished it yet. I can't just
That's fair though. You did great.
Child's Play remake, Cult of Chucky. It comes in at number 8. Child's Play 3 comes in at number 7. Season of Chucky comes in at number 6. Curse of Chucky comes in at number 5. Number 4 is Bride of Chucky. Number 3 would have to be I'm forgetting one. Oh, Chucky season 1. And
oh yeah, thank you.
Number 2 would be Child's Play 1, and then number 1 would be Child's Play 2. I did do 10 right. Because I'm partial. I am inebriated right now, so I don't know.
You're what?
Look.
Mark, we're looking.
You look marvelous, dog.
Thank you.
In last place, the Chucky reboot. Next is the Seed of Chucky. Then next is season 2. Then next is the Curse. And then next is Cult. And then next is Child's Play 3. Then next is Bride of Chucky. Then in third place, season 1. And in second place, part 2. And in first place, part 1.
Wow. I really thought you were going to go part 2, number 1.
Yeah, you got to be the eyeball, man.
Yeah, and I'm a sequel guy too, but I really liked Andy in the first one. Sorry.
It's still memorable. It's a very effective movie. My nieces won't watch Child's Play. That's one movie they do not fuck with.
This has been really fun, guys. Tyrone, did you have a good time tonight?
Oh yeah, I had an excellent time. I feel like I finally made it. I'm on the Scream Kings episode, with you guys kicking it. Like I feel like this is a milestone for me.
Oh, thanks for stopping through.
Absolutely. Yes. We love kicking it and hanging it, and we always hang out. So this won't be the last time that you come onto the Scream King stage. We really appreciate it. We know it's not.
We need to have you come by for a final girl discussion. By the way, Tyrone, I'm gonna throw that.
Oh, now you want to invite him because he agreed with you on Sydney.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I think he has opinions on final girls. I'm just saying.
He does.
Exactly. Exactly.
And when he sit there and drags Alice, don't say shit. Okay, do not say a damn thing.
You know what? I will accept that because he's also dragging.
Because anytime somebody talk about that calculator on her wrist, you get upset. That's what happens.
No, I only get mad when y'all talk about that overrated. We're not getting into this.
We're not, honey. We're not.
We are having a final girl live. We are having one. So whatever we had scheduled, You're out of it.
You're out of it. You're out of it. But thank y'all so much for hanging out with us again tonight. Thank you, Tyrone. We have all your information below. My name is TaMon Kane. You can find me on Instagram, Instagram, X, Facebook, Threads, Spill, and anything else. Well, probably nothing else new that comes out after that. But that's where you will be able to find me. And on Twitch, I stream Dead by Daylight. So tune into my channel, The Slytherin Wears Prada, and you can see all those type of things. And yeah, Bobby, where can they find you?
Hey y'all, Bobby Torres with a Z, not an S. Bobby likes to spook you on the YouTube channel. You also can find me on X, Bobby Torres, Instagram, Bobby Torres, and People Under the Scares with, Mr. Michael Anthony down here, the chaos, the king of chaos.
But you,
Lysol.
It's hot. Oh shit! It's okay.
Read the
This
prompt.
is Michael Anthony.
This the second
my
time.
handle. Y'all make it worse by doing that. My handle is the same on everything at Thackeray Binks 86. You can find me also on the People Under the Scares podcast with Bobby above, and you can see me here dragging TaMon, Mark's favorites because it's deserved.
you ain't dragging shit over here, but okay.
All that you dragging is your words right now, baby. You're not dragging
It's
nothing.
deserved.
You're not dragging
Y'all
anything
scream
over here,
favorites. I'm not talking about Nightmare on Elm Street. Y'all scream favorite.
You're still not dragging anything, but let me stop. Go ahead.
You're
Finish
clicking.
Y'all dragged in the dirt, stuck
You're
6
clicking.
feet under. Boop, boop, boop.
Go ahead.
You're
Go
clicking.
ahead. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can find me at Mark Oestis at Instagram and Threads. And what's the other thing? Spill.
Blue
Blue
Sky, or
Sky.
something like that.
And you can also find me on the X at the Anti-Critic if you still over there, You also find me here on Scream Kings and at the Altar Tapes. And
Oh yes.
also you can find Bobby at the Altar Tapes as well. I'm trying to figure out anything you should find me on. I can't think of anything else. Oh, my podcast, damn, Midnight Social Distortion. Look that shit up.
Your main joint.
Yeah. Yeah.
And where can everyone find you?
Yes. They can find me on Instagram. You can find me on X. You can find me on Threads, TikTok, and YouTube, going live with some of your favorite horror content creators, just mingling with the community, whether it's interviews or, discussions, like we got coming up this weekend, about to announce that soon. But it's at The Evil Tyrone, evil spelled EVOL. There we go.
Yay. And again, another shout out to Psycho Killer Games. Thank you so much for choosing and watching us. And on that note, this is the end, friend. Scream you later.
Ha ha ha. Bye.